It's Friday morning, the end of another week, and I'm standing out in my yard showing you one of the projects I had recently, yesterday. There used to be a tree in back of me, and part of it blew down in the storms, the windstorms we had recently, and then the rest of it was taken down by a tree company, leaving me with a good amount of wood, which I cut up and yesterday split and piled behind me. You can see that was hard work, and I was sweating and wheezing. And you see, in my job, I don't get to do a lot of physical labor, so it was real pleasure to really get the heart rate up and do some serious work. Most of my work is in front of the computer, over the phone, the driving and visiting and having meetings and so on, and just more mental work. So it was a pleasure to do some work, and I was thanking God for the ability to actually swing an axe and split wood. And the scripture says, Colossians chapter 3, the Apostle Paul says this: whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as pleasing God and not men. So that's the decision we have to make with whatever we do, whether you are still in the workplace, whether you have a job for which you get paid, whether you're working from home these days with COVID, or whether you're going to a workplace. Whatever you do, whether you have a job, whether you're retired, and the things that you do are different things that you choose to do, or volunteer work. Whatever you do, if it's as a stay-at-home mom or parent around the house, working to maintain the home, or parenting, or whatever it is that you do, the Apostle Paul says, work at it with all your heart as pleasing God and not men. And so that's the decision that we make. That's the choice that we have to work, to do what we do, whatever it is, with all of our heart, pleasing God, as an offering to God, as an act of worship, really. Adam was the first man to actually do work. He was placed in the garden that God had created, the Garden of Eden, and he was placed there to till it and to work it. And so this Labor Day weekend, as we come to Labor Day, we're going to look at the gift of work and the attitude that we should have, the mindset that we should have as we do whatever we do. And we're going to look at the example of two women. They were sisters. I'll give you a hint, so you probably know who I'm talking about. And we're going to look at their example because they did things very, very differently. They had two different approaches to work. And so we're going to try to strike what we call the work-life balance. What kind of the balance that we should have as we do whatever we do. So that's on Sunday. And we're going to worship. Again, we're going to be worshiping inside for the first time in a long time. We're going to do it safely. We've really studied this out. We have a plan. If you didn't check out the video from Wednesday, do that, because I do a little walkthrough for you to let you know what to expect as we get together this Sunday morning. Also, we have a work day coming up at the church on September 19th. That's a Saturday, where we want to gather together to scrape and paint the balcony and the stairway in the front of the church. So there are some things coming up. I'd like you to check it out, and hope to see you this Sunday. Have a wonderful Friday. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, so enjoy your Labor Day weekend. God bless.